Hi, I'm Laura Live, Namasturm Yoga. Welcome to another Vinyasa Yoga home practice. So take yourself to your mat, come to a seat. We're going to spend a few moments here to start our practice. Today's practice is going to be a Vinyasa flow practice. It's probably going to be a little more on the advanced level. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a playful flow here. We're going to start off basic, but then get into some deeper, more challenging poses, some balancing poses, and just try to have a little fun with yoga today. Let's go ahead and just take your hands to your knees, move the shoulders back, let your head float up on top of the neck. Close your eyes and tune into the breath. Take a moment to think about maybe the reason why you're here practicing yoga now. And this may be, why you're practicing yoga in your life at all, or maybe just at this moment. Why? What brought you to your mat today? I think it's helpful to just have a sense of why we're doing it, because we want to stay connected, engaged, and motivated throughout the practice. And if we don't know why, it's very hard to do that. So once you have an idea of your why, you can shape that into an intention for yourself. And that will create your how you're choosing to practice as you go through this next chunk of time on your mat. Bring that to mind and then start to move to your Ujjayi breath. And then once you start to feel prepared, we're going to start to move. So let's just come to our knees here. So uncross your legs, bring yourself to your knees. If this is really uncomfortable for your knees, you could fold your mat, double it up and put your knees on a double layer of a mat, or you could put a little blanket or a towel under your knees. So if you need to, go ahead and take that modification. We're going to step the right leg out to the side. Take the right hand to the right leg. Take the left arm up, and maybe it just stays here, right? So if you're already getting a stretch along the left side of your body just by lifting the arm, stay there, but maybe just leaning over to the right, sliding the right hand down the leg. This is early in practice, so we don't want to go super deep. We'll get deeper later as our muscles and everything starts to warm up. And then we're going to go the other way. So the left hand's going to actually come to the floor. And if you need to use a block under your hand or a book or something, you certainly can. And then take the right arm up, rotate that arm in, and take it alongside your ear. So now we're stretching the right side of the body, elongating it, reaching the fingers away from that foot that's pressing into the floor. And then just a little bit of balance here. See if you can pick up the right foot, reach through that right heel, reach through the fingers, lengthen it all out. And then finally, one more add-on, which is certainly optional. Bend your right knee behind you, reach back with your right hand for the foot, and then gently pull the heel away from the hip. So we start to take the action of a bow. Move the knee back and the shoulder back, and maybe even lean your head back if you're able to maintain your balance. Release your foot, knee to floor. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, sink the hips down to the heels. And we'll come up to do the other side. So reach on up. And then as you take your arms down by your sides, take the left leg out. And then the right arm's going to come on up. Little side stretch for the right. And then we're going to go the other way. So the right hand's going to come to the floor. Plant your palm so that really we want the palm under the shoulder. Start just taking the left arm straight up and then rotate it in. Take it overhead alongside the ear. Extend. This is kind of like an extended side angle here where we've got the edge of the foot pressing down and the fingers reaching away. And then if you're able to balance, transfer the weight to the hand and the knee and float your left leg up, reach through the heel. And then finally, Reach back behind. This is going to be a bit of the theme of the practice today, where we're reaching for our foot behind our body. We're using it to help establish a little tension, a little stretch from the shoulder to the knee, and we're playing with balance and how our balance has to shift to accommodate this movement. And then take the knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, hips down to the heels. And let's come to tabletop. We'll do a few cat-cow stretches. So find your place on your mat that makes sense. And then just going into cat-cow, following your breath, so working with Ujjayi here. I will continue to give alignment guidance throughout this practice, but I'm assuming that for those of you who are joining me in this one today, that you are pretty familiar with the basics, and that you understand the Ujjayi breath and how to flow with the breath. This is kind of the foundation of any practice. We'll go into some sun salutations as well, following the breath, just to warm the whole body up. And then after you're warmed up the spine a little bit from cat-cow, go ahead and level out. Let's tuck the right toes under and slide the ball of the foot towards the back of the mat. Press through the heel. As you're here, take a second, in addition to stretching the leg, to engage your core, and then reach your left arm out and float your right toes off the ground. Extend out. And then just curl in, elbow, nose, knee, round the back again. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, extend out. One more time, exhale, tuck in. Inhale, lengthen out. And then we're going to try the same maneuver, although we've got opposite hand to foot now. We're going to reach behind us, bend the right knee, reach behind with the left hand, pull the heel up away from the hip, and see if you can find a nice stretch and stabilize your balance here. And then let the hand and the knee come down, and we'll go to the other side. So tuck your left toes, slide the ball of the foot toward the back of the mat, and push through the heel, reach the head away. Engage your abdominal muscles, so get that core going, a little Uddiyana Bandha. Reach the arm out, right arm out, and then pick up the left toes. We're not trying to lift the left leg high, it's just off the floor. And then elbow, nose, and knee curl in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, contract, following your breath. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. And then move to this bow variation here. Pulling the heel up, away from the hip, moving the right shoulder back. Gaze up to keep the balance. Make sure you're still breathing. And then hands to the floor. Walk yourself into downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide, hips high. Move the heart back. Pull the navel up into the body, and that can help create a higher peak for this pose. Take a little time to work out the legs. Bend one knee, let the opposite straighten. Switch sides. Breathing the whole time. And then we're going to move forward to plank. So just shift your wrists or your shoulders over your wrists. If you need to scooch the toes back a little bit, you can do that. Keep long, so reach the head away from the heels. Strong through your core. And then let's lower down. So you can go through chaturanga here if you want to, or maybe since it's the first one, bring the knees to the floor first, and then lower the chest between the hands. And then we're going to come up for Sphinx pose, and we're going to do kind of a one-legged bow here to get us a little bit started, a little bit warmed up. So we're going to bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand for the foot, and pull the heel away from the hip. This does not require so much balance, but it should feel nice to get a little stretch. Elongate the front of the right thigh, open the right shoulder. And then let's just switch sides. So right forearm down, left knee bends, left hand back. Pull the heel away from the hip. If you want to, you can lift your thigh, maybe, but you can also just keep your thigh on the floor and just lengthen the knee toward the back of the mat. And then let that go, and as you do, you can let your left palm come to the floor and then shift to your right palm so you can come up to cobra. Heart forward, shoulders back, elbows near the sides but a little soft. Relax your legs, your glutes, and then tuck toes, lift knees and hips, move to downward facing dog and breathe. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top of the mat. And let's have the feet about hip distance apart. Standing forward fold, just kind of a dangling pose here. So let your knees be soft. Let the neck release the head. Let the upper body relax. You can sway if you want to. Maybe grab the elbows so the arms don't hit the floor. And then release the elbows, walk the feet together. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Carefully rolling up to standing. Take your shoulders back and down. Press the feet down. Reach the arms up. Maybe even looking up towards your thumbs and then palms together in front of the heart. Let's just stand for a moment in Tadasana, preparing for Sun A's. So charging up the legs, getting a little more Uddiyana Bandha going, and really tuning into your Ujjayi practice. And then we're going to move through our first Sun A, following the breath. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, long forward fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or you can take knees to the floor. You can lower all the way down and take Cobra, or you can just sweep to Up Dog. Exhale, Down Dog, and holding in Down Dog for a few breaths here. Every breath an opportunity to deepen your pose. So keep connected and tuned in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop those feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, root the feet into the floor, reverse your swan dive. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Keep flowing, one breath per movement. If your breath is a little faster or slower than mine, please follow that. Don't worry that your pace may not be the same as mine. Just try to be consistent in your own rhythm. Going through the vinyasa to your back bend. Once you get to down dog, maybe just take one inhale there, and then exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Reverse the swan dive. Palms together, and then carry on. Keep following the same sequence. This familiar Sun A. Shouldn't have to think too hard about what comes next. So you can really focus on the pose you're going to, the transition that you're involved in. Your down dog can be short, just that one breath. Or if you prefer to hold a longer down dog in your Sun A's, please feel free. This is your practice, so make this work for you. We're going to go through a few more. I'm going to stop cueing so that you really have a chance to focus on your own breath, your own rhythm, your own practice. flowing until you get to your next downward facing dog. And then once you get there, let yourself hold for several breaths. We'll add on from down dog. If at any point you need to substitute a child's pose for a down dog, that's fine. But if you can, find a way to balance your down dog so it feels like equal parts effort and ease, and you can just remain here feeling like you're at rest. Let's go ahead and take the right leg into the air. Swing the hip open, but keep the legs straight. So just reach the toes for the sky. Big stretch here. Root the hands down. Keep the neck relaxed and shoulders level. And then look forward, step the right foot all the way up. Knee over ankle. Float up for crescent lunge. Stabilize your balance with your gaze. Keep breathing nice and easy. And then let's move this to an easy twist. So taking the left hand down to the ground inside the right foot, take the right arm up, twist open, knee stays over ankle. Stack your shoulders, look up if you can. We're gonna go to side plank on the left from here. So rolling to the outer edge of your left foot, move that right foot back into place, lift the hips. You can always modify as well if you need to. If you wanna just take this to another side stretch, rotate your right arm in, reach it overhead and try to create like a rainbow shape here. And then turning to the floor, take a vinyasa. And if you need to modify your vinyasas, you can take knees to the floor as you lower in cobra. If you want to keep them a little more vigorous, you can stay with chaturanga and up dog. If you want to skip them completely, you can just go straight to down dog. So make this practice, what you want from it. And then let's take the left leg up. Again, swing the hip open, reach the toes for the sky. Big stretch, root the hands down, but keep the neck relaxed. Step the left foot forward, high lunge, find your balance. A lot of strength to be gained from lunges. So lunging deep, we're really working both legs here. And then we're going to take the twist. So the right hand's going to go down inside the left foot. Fingers and toes should line up. Shoulders stack. And because we know we're going to side plank, the goal here is to get the upper body stabilized so we can move just the low body into side plank. Rolling to the outer edge of the right foot and then moving the left foot slowly, smoothly, gracefully into place. Flex the feet, lift the hips. And then maybe that top arm comes overhead alongside the ear. And turn to the floor. You're in plank, so you can go right through vinyasa here. And downward facing dog. Breathe. We're going to carry on with just some classic vinyasa here. So we're going to inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step walker, hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to come through chair pose. We're going to take a couple breaths in Utkatasana since it's our first one. Weight on the heels, sink the hips down. But then we're going to go into the direction of some sun bees here. One more inhale. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. And exhale, Chaturanga. So take your vinyasa to get back to down dog. Once you arrive in down dog, let's take the right leg up. This time, keep the hip really square, and we'll take a couple breaths. So we'll take a couple extra breaths this first sun bee, and then we'll flow one breath per movement after that. Squared up hips, look forward, step the right foot forward. Back heel goes down. Coming up for your first warrior one on this side. You know, we want to make sure the back foot's down and the front knee's over the ankle, but then square the hips forward. So take a moment to adjust that if you need to. Lunge deep, arms up. Maybe look up toward the thumbs, bring the palms together. One more inhale here. And then exhale right to chaturanga. So the stepping back and the lowering happens all on the exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up, square hip, toes flexed down. Heart is still back, so your upper body is still completely down dog. And then look forward, step your left foot forward, back heel pivots to the floor. Again, starting with your alignment from the feet, and then move to your knees and hips, and then get the shoulders squared and arms up, and then you can incorporate the gaze, and then just take a second to be here and maybe deepen a little. And exhale, vinyasa. Breathe in, down dog. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down deep. And then coming through chair, we're going to do 2 full sun Bs, 1 breath per movement. So exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa. And you see me modifying here, and this is because I have a shoulder that's been giving me some trouble. So feel free to do the same if you need to, but if you want to keep the more vigorous version, stay with chaturanga up dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down deep. Coming through chair, one more sequence. I'm not going to cue this one, just follow your breath. Back to the top of the mat. We're going to keep flowing. This time we're going to add on vinyasa. When we get to the point where we go to warrior one, we're going to open to warrior two. So if you get there ahead of me, feel free. That's the direction. Step the right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And then we're going to open to warrior two, and I'm just going to flip around so I can keep facing you. And again, you want to check in with your alignment since it's the first time in the pose. And I always recommend starting with your feet. Make sure your front heel and back arch line up. Back toes turn more open than in warrior one, but they're still slightly forward. Front knee over ankle, hips level, shoulders over hips, then arms, and then turn and look over your front fingers. Turn your front palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior, and then just take a vinyasa to get back to down dog. We're gonna go right into the second side. From down dog, inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one, and then opening to warrior two. So make the adjustment with that back foot to help with that transition. Open the hips, keep the knee over the ankle. Try to level them out if you can without jutting them back behind you. And then the sides of the torso are upright. The shoulders are over the hips. Arms are level and equivalent to each other. But then turn and just look over the left fingers. And then without changing the low body, turn your front palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior, and exhale, vinyasa. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, step walker, hop those feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Coming through chair. We're gonna go right back into it. Keep it flowing. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to two. Inhale, reverse, and then let's just take a classic extended side angle. So we're kind of going towards this dancing warrior sequence. Again, very classic. Extend the side edge of the body. Look under your arm toward the fingers. And reverse it. And vinyasa. And we'll go right into the other side. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, extended side. And reverse again. And vinyasa again. One inhale in down dog. Exhale, step walker, hop it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Once again, chair pose. We're gonna keep flowing. We're gonna start to add on some more, we're gonna get a little more playful here, a little more balancy. Ardha Uttanasana, and then vinyasa. So take yourself back to down dog. Of course, skipping vinyasas if you need to. From down dog, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to two. Inhale, reverse warrior, and we're gonna come to extended side, but then we're gonna flow into half moon pose. We should be pretty warmed up by now, so we can start to challenge ourselves a little more, see where we can go with things. Take the left hand to the hip, reach the right fingers forward. Now, if you can't reach the floor, you can work with a block or a book or something under your hand here. See if you can just float up off that back leg. Extend the top arm up. Now, from here, you can stay put, right? So don't worry if half moon is sort of your edge. Stay here. But if you want to, let's play with Ardha Shavasana. So try to bring the right or the left heel behind you. Reach back with your left hand for the foot. And as we've done in some other poses, pull the heel away from the hip. Get a stretch from shoulder to knee. Keep the balance here. And then we're gonna turn towards our standing leg, rotating, folding down, almost like a standing split, but we're gonna move the hand on the foot and push the foot up into the hand. See if you can get a little deeper here. Point the knee towards the ceiling. And now if the foot is on, whoops, I just lost it, but if the foot is on the inside of the hand, see if you can, this is a challenge, push the foot into the hand, float yourself up to a dancer pose. Do the best you can. And look, if you fall, you fall. it happens, come back into it, give it a try again. See if you can just find some stability coming up. So this is where we get kind of playful, like, can we do it? Is it possible? So what if you fall? You're teaching your body. Come on up, and then let go of your back foot. Step back long. Let's go ahead and take a low lunge. So we're gonna take the left knee down. Right knee is still over the ankle. Sink the hips forward. Take the arms up. Lunge. All right, so here, let's take the hands to the floor. I'm gonna flip around actually, just because I want to be able to show you this from this other side first. We're gonna turn the right toes slightly out, lower down, let the right knee drop to the side. Maybe just bring the forearms to the ground here. Now, a couple of other variations you can add in. Maybe take that right hand to the knee and gently press it away. As you do this, let your shoulder move back and your heart open. Maybe keep the knee dropping down with the inner edge of the foot coming up. Take the right arm up and open behind you. And then finally, back to our theme, maybe bend that back knee behind you, reach back with your hand for the foot, and then pull the heel away, open your chest. Keep letting your right knee drop open. Let that foot go. Forearms to the floor now, both of them, elbows under shoulders. As you take your left knee down, tuck your toes, float your left knee off the ground behind you. Long and strong through the body, and then see if you can step your right foot back to come to forearm plank. You might need to kind of scooch or wiggle it, that's fine. Level it out, reach through the head, reach through the heels, strong through the core. And then come on down, knees down, belly down, and we can just take a classic bow pose here. So we're gonna move this to just, the back bend that we already know. Bend your knees, reach back with the hands for the feet. Lift your shoulders, pull the heels away from the hips. Maybe the thighs rise here. So this is obviously a bit of a longer sequence, but we're gonna do it on the other side here. So let yourself lower down, forehead or an ear to the floor for just a breather. And then take hands next to the chest, press yourself up, cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Ready to fall on the other side? Let's take the left leg into the air, inhale. We know this part. Exhale, step the foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open to two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. And then we're gonna move to half moon. I make sure I have enough room. So we're gonna take this right hand to the hip. Left fingers are gonna come to the floor or a block, float up. So classic standing balance pose, right? So most of us can get this far, right? So let's just see where we can go next. Do the best you can. Play, try, see, experiment. Bend the right knee behind you. Reach back with the right hand for the foot. Pull the heel away from the hip, Ardha Shavasana. At this point, the chest is still open to the side, but now we're gonna go to like a variation of down dog split. So we're gonna turn and face the floor a little bit more. Let your left hand move closer to your left foot, maybe drop the torso down, push that right knee to the sky. And then maybe here, adjust your hand position so that your hand is more on the inner foot. See if you can do that. And then pushing the foot into the hand. See if you're able to use that action to carefully, easily float your hand off the floor. Come on up. Maybe find some version of dancer pose here. If you wobble, if you fall, it's not the end of the world. Do the best you can. Come back into it where you need to. And breathe. Not to make excuses, but that's hard to do while you're talking too. It is an excuse, totally. Bend your front knee, step back long. And let's go to our low lunge here. So right knee down. Woo. Sink the hips forward and come on up. Nice low lunge. We should be really warmed up to be able to get nice and deep here. Especially these quads, every time we do that, reach behind, we're working the quad, giving it a good stretch. Let's take the hands to the floor. Walk the left foot out, turn the toes out, and then dropping the forearms down if you can. Maybe let the left knee drop open to the side. And then using your left hand, either press against your knee, if you did that on the first side, or maybe more the thigh than the knee. Shoulder moves back. Maybe take that top arm up, lean it back. Final option, bend your knee behind you, reach back, opposite hand to foot, and then pull away, open your chest. Let the foot go. Forearms to the floor. As you place your right toes down, tuck them. Lift your right knee up and get a nice stretch, engagement through that back leg. And then moving the left foot back to forearm plank. Reach out long, strong through your core, and lower all the way down to the floor. And then go ahead and let's take another bow pose. If you want to do a different variation, you could bring the hands inside of the feet instead of outside. It's just going to pull the shoulders together a little more, so up to you. And let yourself come down, forehead to the floor. Just another breather here. And then hands next to the chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a rest in down dog, child's pose if you need it. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step walk or hop the feet forward between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it down, coming through chair pose, Utkatasana, and then straighten the legs, come to standing. So I have two more advanced poses I want to work towards. We're going to go back into vinyasa to get there. If you need to take a sip of water or pause, please feel free to do that. I'm going to try to move right on. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the right leg into the air. Go ahead and open the hip, bend the top knee. Just enjoy pointing that knee to the sky. Heel drops to the right hip, or the left hip, sorry. Look forward, step your right foot up. Pivot your left heel down, but keep the hands here on the floor, and we're going to drop down for a little bind here. So we're going to take that right shoulder under the right knee, and then work the right arm underneath. Take both arms out like airplane wings. Lean forward so that your right shoulder kind of presses into your right calf. And then if you can, flip your palms up, take the hands to the back, and hold on for a bind. We're going to come to bird of paradise here. If not, don't worry about it. You could stay right here. But if you're able to take this pose, you'll step your left foot forward. And I'm just going to turn to face you here for a moment, but stay facing the front of your mat. You're going to float on up, keeping your bind. Find your gaze to help with your balance. Move your shoulders back. So we want to be pretty upright here, and then flex your right foot and extend through the heel to start to straighten the leg. Probably won't get completely straight. We're gonna come out of this to bound extended side. So when you're ready, rebend your knee, place your foot back on the floor. I'm gonna turn back around here. And then we're gonna step the left foot back. Back arch lines up with front heel, and now try to really open. So use your hands at your glute to tuck that hip under. Lift your top shoulder open. And then when you're ready to leave, and you can go deeper here by grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, but when you're ready to leave the pose, let go of the bind, reverse warrior, stretch it back, and then move through vinyasa to get back to down dog. Let's go to the other leg. So take the left leg up, open the hip, bend the top knee, point the knee to the sky. Look forward, step the left foot forward. Pivot your right heel down. Drop your left shoulder down inside of your left knee and try to really work that shoulder below your leg. And then start by just taking the arms out like airplane wings. Lean in, shoulder against calf. Back heel still presses down at this point. Rotate the arms, flip the whole arm so the palm is up. Bend your elbows. See if you can get the hands to meet each other. If not, just stay where you're at. But if you've got your bind, try your bird of paradise. Step that right foot forward. Floating up. Do the best you can with the balance here. Obviously, stability must come first. Shoulders back, get upright. And then once you feel like you're where you need to be, you can flex your left foot, push through the heel, just straighten out your left leg. And then stepping that left foot down carefully. Our shoulders are squared to the floor now. As we step open to come to bound extended side, we want to really open the shoulders. So the right shoulder is above the left, maybe even look towards the ceiling. And then release your bind, reverse your warrior, whew, and vinyasa. Breathe in down dog. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come on up. Up for one more. Palms together. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. All right, so we're gonna come to, this is kind of gonna be our pinnacle pose today. We're gonna work on super soldier, which is kind of a wacky little pose. It was probably never in classic yoga, but it's still fun to play with, and it does kind of feature some of the things we've already been doing in this practice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop our right shoulder under our knee like we did earlier for Bird of Paradise. But now we're gonna take the left arm out. The left hand is gonna stay on the ground for this. And what we're gonna try to do is bring our right hand behind us to grab our left foot. So we're gonna kind of lean our weight towards the right foot, and you might need to even kind of hop up off that back foot, bend the knee, and then grab hold of the foot with the right hand. Now from here, really the goal is to point that left knee towards the ceiling and drop your head down. So we're just gonna work it. Work it, work it. Let the heel stay near the hip. So it's a little different than what we've been doing. Straightening the right leg. Use your left hand for balance and leverage. Do the best you can. Again, playful, playful. Treat it with curiosity.
Try to get your knee to the ceiling and your head down. And then when you're ready to come out, let that go. Take a vinyasa if you want to, or if you're cooked, man, just go right back to down dog, shake things out, loosen things up again. And we shall try side 2. Take the left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. So again, I'm trying to give you step-by-step instructions so you can practice this pose. You may not perfect it. I have not perfected it, but I think it's fun to be able to practice, work on things. Mastery could be years away, but that doesn't mean you can't try now. Let's tuck the left shoulder underneath. Take the right arm out. So mine's gonna go out of frame, but it's kind of off the mat. Lean your weight towards the left foot. Pick up the right foot. The knee's gonna bend. See if you can grab hold of your foot. And then you're kind of just pulling yourself into it. Letting your head drop down. Letting your left leg straighten. Letting your right knee point up. Trying to keep your balance as you go upside down here. Breathe. Extend into it. See what happens. Explore. Woo. And then when you're ready to come down, let it go. Hands to the floor. Take a vinyasa if you want to, or go straight to down dog. I'll do one. Why not? This is gonna be the last vinyasa. Okay. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step, walk, or hop those feet forward. Come to a seat. And we're gonna do some cool down poses here. We've definitely earned it. Take the right leg out. Step the left foot over. Little twist. Wrap your right arm around your left knee or past it. Keep your right leg charged up. And then untwisting, we're gonna take Janu Shirshasana, but if you want to, you can take a half lotus here by sliding the edge of the foot into the hip crease. Let your left knee drop down, flex your right foot, and fold. So if you're in Janu Shirshasana, obviously the sole of the foot is against the right inner thigh. If you're coming to half lotus fold here, you can maybe take your left arm behind you and bind. We've had so much hand to foot contact in this practice. Maybe you want a little more. You can reach for the right big toe with the right fingers. And then just move yourself into this fold. Breathe. And then float yourself up. And we'll switch sides. So the left leg out, the right leg is gonna step over. Wrap your arm around your knee or take your arm outside your knee. Press down with the right hand to twist. I love practices like this. They're fun and exhilarating. But by the time I get to these cool down poses, I definitely feel like I need them. I've earned them. And then coming back out of your twist. Again, option for half lotus if you like. Try to do the same thing on the second side that you did on the first, unless you find, oh, that second side just won't do the same thing. And then modify as needed. Folding down, maybe finding your bind here if you like. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of practice as well. Yeah, or if you have any questions about anything, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Forward folds are designed to be calming, and after an invigorating practice, they really are necessary to bring us back to some sort of equilibrium. So really try to give in here, maybe close the eyes, focusing inward.
And then coming up carefully, uncross, and let's go ahead and cross the legs. To really complete your practice, I do encourage you to take Shavasana afterwards, so lay on your mat, enjoy some effort-free stillness for 5 to 10 minutes. But let's close our practice together with just a simple bow forward here. So bring your palms together in front of the heart, close your eyes. Tune into your breath. And the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me from your home and sharing another practice. Namaste. All right, I hope you made it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel so that you know when more videos are coming out. I hope to see you next time. Take care.